The way to be objective about where a Goshen is to basically have a checklist and see if the place of safety would have abundance of water, food, air, energy, and I look at these places in that kind of light. And so when I come to Iceland, as you see behind me here, it certainly ticks off abundance of water, abundance of fresh air, very high quality of life, fairly safe because low crime. So then, why would Iceland not qualify as a Goshen? Well, you've got to look at a couple of other things. Iceland is one of the most expensive places to live. In fact, out of 196 countries in the world, Iceland is in the top 5. It is number 5. So we just had, a cup of hot chocolate, and I think my daughter had a little bit of a little soft serve ice cream, and the charge was $30. So you're going to find that living here, unless you're very rich, is going to cost you a lot of money. Secondly, you want to look at safety. So safety isn't just stats or, crime rates. It's also the fact that they have great earthquakes here. So you're definitely going to have volcanic activity, and the pure quality of air that we feel right now sometimes will get interrupted by volcanic ash, so much so that it will affect air traffic for thousands of miles, depending on where the wind blows. So that also is why it doesn't qualify as a Goshen. Lastly, if you will look, you will see that even though it's so beautiful, do you notice something's missing in the landscape? That's right. You don't see any trees here. So what's the problem? They have to import food. They're not growing fruits and vegetables here. They import it. And the stuff that is beautiful tasting, that is local, they have to grow that in greenhouses. That takes a lot of energy. And of course, they do have the thermal energy going. So that's strategic. The last bit about safety is the fact that you want to be in a country that's fairly neutral and not of any military importance. Iceland happens to be something that Trump wants and a lot of countries consider strategic because it's midway through the Atlantic and is where Russia would attack, America or Canada, because they would go above and through the North Pole, not across the Atlantic and across all of Europe. They would just send missiles right over the North Pole. So Greenland and Iceland have great military importance, and that's why they're a part of NATO. When you look at all those things, what country ticks all those boxes? Again, we come back to Thailand. And we come back to the fact that the weather, if I can just add that, the weather is so auspicious, it's so suitable for long-term sustained Goshen living. Here, you get like 4 hours of sunlight during a lot of the year. And you're going to be totally frozen over, unless you love the ice, which I do, actually. I like the snow and the ice, but I don't think a lot of people do, especially as you age, you feel those joint pains. So as beautiful as Iceland is, and as much as I love to bring you here and I want you to come, being so expensive, you just want to budget for it and come once or twice in your life and it's going to be great. But as a long-term Goshen, this beautiful land just doesn't tick all the boxes that we need it to tick. And so that's why I am objectively recommending that you look at all those factors and consider Thailand as a place where you can continue to be useful to the gospel, serve God, and protect your family, including the ones that can't see the benefits of having an offshore plan B right now. They're going to thank you later, I believe. Pray about it and maybe come and visit on one of our tours so you get a feel for why, after having been all over the world, I still truly believe God is calling us to have a plan B in the kingdom of Thailand.